Hey guys, what's up? Because I got asked about this stuff, whatever. Remember, if you like these videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share if you want to support the channel. So what do I think about Mr. Dickey? Again, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, obviously, he's a cool looking character, but, the guy, he can still make cool characters. It's just that the game is, it's a fundamentally flawed game. But I mean, he's a cool character, and it's just proof the guy can still make cool characters. But again, the game turned out exactly how I said it would. You know what I mean? This is, before the games, they kind of went that sort of teeter-totter of the characters were more important than the system. Like a little teeter-totter, not entirely, but now the difference between this game is the system is more important than the characters. But it's ironic because at the end of the day, as you can see, even with this character, he's pretty cool. The characters are still the best thing about Guilty Gear. And unfortunately, it's really the system is the most important thing. The system is the most important thing about this game, even though the characters are still the best thing about the game, obviously, right? So again, he's a cool character. I don't know what else to say. I like the whole, in this behemoth, what the fuck was the guy saying? I don't know. I was reading along in Japanese. Well, I listened to it in English, so I forget what the fuck it says. In one ear, out the other, but the whole idea that every command circle does something different. It's a fresh spin, but again, the game is just fundamentally flawed. And what am I supposed to say, right? But cool character. And, again, the game just turned out exactly how I said it would. The game is not new. The game is basically 2 years old. I've tried even watching tournaments, and guess what? When you watch people play, it's exactly like I said. Just like when I made all those videos, I'm like, you know what? You can tell exactly. I'm telling you right here, all the announcers are going to make these situations the most hype. They weren't showing it yet, but I'm like, right now, I'm telling you right now, people are going to be like, oh, Drift RC here, Drift FRC. I'm like, this is exactly what the announcers are going to talk about the game. It's exactly how they're going to build hype for it. And I said that so long ago, called the game exactly without ever playing it. And it's just, I made that long video recently, and I know a lot of people probably didn't watch that video, obviously. I think it only had like 1,000 views or something, but I'm not really, I don't play a lot of video games in the first place, and I just kind of realized that I could leave video games and no one would ever come up to me, catch up to me tech-wise. And I just had that keen realization again, and just kind of feel like, I just kind of feel dead on games, so now I don't really feel like playing him. I haven't played Strive in a month, whatever that, I don't even know last time I put the game in. Again, I just had that keen realization that I could really leave video games and no one would ever catch me tech-wise for all the stuff and the legacy I've done in video games. And I just don't really care about being a king amongst paupers. It just doesn't interest me. So I have zero will to play Guilty Gear. Again, I said that before, and maybe people thought I was joking. I only did all those characters in Dragon Ball FighterZ for all those years to prove that I was the best and that no one was on my level. And I proved it. Called the game without ever playing it. And now Guilty Gear, called the game without ever playing it. And just kind of like, I just, it just doesn't interest me. Cool character, though. Cool character. You know what I mean? But I have zero motivation for video games lately. I've already proved I'm the best. It's over. There's nothing else for me to do. Anyway, if they ever patched the game, if they ever changed some of the fundamental shit, I'd like to play it. But it's a little too fundamentally flawed right now. Maybe when the Dragon Ball FighterZ stuff comes out, if there's some new stuff to fool with, I'll fiddle around with it. But again, there's not really a lot of desire to play video games. And what's happened before? Think about when I didn't play really fighting games for years, but I was playing all those dating games. But even when all those dating games were going on, I still randomly played, and I made those Marvel videos. And those Marvel videos, people still post those Marvel videos for however many years after I made them. So, if something comes along, I'll do it for boredom. But again, desire to play fighting games whatsoever right now is just very low. Anyway, support the channel if you want, though. Thanks. Lil Dicky. The end.